Yeah. Anyway, any more thoughts?
How about the Xbox Connect?
I find that kind of interesting that it's all like comes with a Connect, it's bundled with a Connect. It has to be used with a Connect, which is I find that kind of cool because like when they first the first Connect with the Xbox 360,
Everyone hated it when it first came out.
well, no, it was more like everyone hated the games that they came out with when they first came out because it was kind of gimmicky.
Yeah. Same with PlayStation Move.
Yeah, but like I find that they kind of took away the gimmick out of it and they made it so like it's actually useful.
So like I could like tell my Xbox go to friends list or something like that.
Yeah, like it's just
without moving my controller.
Yeah. Like it turns into something useful instead of something just kind of like sitting on your thing and use it once in a while and you kind of hate it. They kind of made it so it's kind of a useful thing now and you actually want it.
Yeah.
And without it, your system can't work, which I think makes sense. And besides, you know how the Xbox is, or no, the PS4 is $399, and the Xbox One is $499, right? I don't find that a big deal at all because I do find that the Xbox is the better console, with all the stuff that it has in it.
Well, many people agree. Sorry, but
well, I know, but I find that because everyone's too busy worrying about how, because like look at it like this, everyone sees the Xbox as this. You can't play used games, or you can't sell whatever it's a cool used games thing. It has to be always on, like 24
always
hours.
Online. Yeah.
It's not always online, but basically.
Well, once every day.
Yeah. And what's the other thing that everyone's hating?
The Kinect's always watching.
Well, it's not always watching. They've already said that.
Yeah,
it's not like it's a surveillance device, and if you actually think it's going to be a surveillance device, and you're paranoid, you really need to calm down.
Well, I don't know if you heard about Prism, but like in America right now, yeah. So like in America right now, they caught the government watching them and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So people are really scared because Microsoft was working with the government to provide information.
Okay, but what if they could have said that with their laptops because they had Windows 8 or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, besides though, like, even if you do think it's actually watching you all the time, blah blah blah, just it's not like you can't cover this, like the Kinect sensor or whatever. Just
well, if you cover it, you can't turn it on. I read articles that say that you can't turn it on unless it sees you.
Okay, well once it's turned on, cover it.
You can't. It will turn off if you cover it. So you got
so
leave
what?
It uncovered.
Are you saying if like I was in the room playing my Kinect, I was like, oh I gotta take a shit, I walk away, the Xbox will turn off?
Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know.
If that's actually true, that's retarded. I doubt they'll do something like that.
Yeah.
There's like they do say it's gonna be user friendly, and to an extent, it's not gonna be completely
To
like oh my god.
so.
Yeah, to Americans because it's an American company. Like you can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
And
PS4
Americans
and Nintendo are Japan.
exactly. So what are you gonna do about that?
Yeah.
And yeah, but what was I saying about the
Connect?
No, the three things. Okay, so yeah, the Xbox has these three things that are like pushing the future. Like they're trying to get more, futuristic. They're trying to push new things on us.
But we're not ready for it.
Why are we not ready for it? Why is no one ready for a new thing?
Because we don't understand it yet. We don't know what's going on.
So when we understand it?
When, I don't know, when someone explains it to us. One day in the future. And Microsoft has done a poor job of explaining it so far. They need to like get out there, tell us what the hell exactly is going on, and then people will understand.
It's just because most of the people that are looking at this stuff, most people that are saying what they're saying, having their opinions, are
closed-minded.
They're closed-minded. They don't like change. They want the same things they have now, and they just don't want to see, the future come and change the way everything is right now. And I find that like I'm actually looking forward to like what the Xbox is gonna bring. It's different. It's new, and it's pushing the future of gaming in a way that like no one's ever done before.
Not just gaming, entertainment.
Entertainment, yeah, too, because like you can hook it up to your cable or whatever, however that works. But it's pushing TV and gaming and entertainment as in general forward more than it's ever like anything's ever done before. Whereas the PS4 is just kind of like as I said, keeping it safe, playing it the same way they've always done, and not really doing anything new, which I find kind of boring. It's just like, okay, another gaming console that only does gaming, nothing else, and you can watch Netflix. I don't like that.
But yeah, people are saying that's what the Xbox One is, because there's nothing really new except like more apps like Skype and Netflix.
But think about it like this: the Xbox One has they have a direct link to Twitch, so you can live stream right off your console, which is pushing future, like
Well,
the future.
PS4 has that too. As well.
Yeah, but they have Ustream. Ustream's terrible. I don't know if you know anything about Ustream, but it's horrible.
Okay, yeah.
And then Twitch is the biggest live streaming website, I guess, out right now, and it's just growing. The whole live streaming thing, it's growing more opportunities for people to be creative, make videos and live stream, and it's like connecting everyone in a way, like a better way than PS4 is. I know PS4 is doing that, but not as like big as Xbox is. Plus, they have the whole recording thing in the actual Xbox, the DVR or whatever. Does PS4 have that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does.
Okay, well, yeah, like that's both two things that are pushing forward, but like you have to look at it like this. The Xbox, they're bringing, I don't know, I think 4 or 5 new things that they're not, that PS4 doesn't have.
No one else has, yeah.
That no one, yeah, that just not PS4, but no one has. On top, they're throwing in all these new games, exclusives, and a better game experience that the PS4 has. So like in my point of view, I see the Xbox as like a better console. It does gaming, plus everything else that that they've said.
But it also restricts you so much too.
But who knows that PS4 is not going to go that way in the future, because the developers are the ones calling the shots, not the actual system.
Yeah.
So maybe the developers in the future will just be like, well, I like what Xbox is doing because the developers over there, the exclusive companies over there, are making more money than us, and we're losing money from the used game market, because really that's all it is. It's just taking money away from them. They're not making any money from EV Games or whatever, unless it's
Well, what about all those like smaller companies like near my house? VGPs, like they're not going to be in this. Like Microsoft not going to go over them, so they're not going to make any money. So they can't sell Xbox One games at all. So it's not going to work out for them at all.
Well, they can still sell Xbox One games, but they can't sell.
They can't sell the
used
games. Yeah.
And that's the way the future's going to go. And eventually, you can't say not PS4, but whatever. In the future, it's not going to be like that. It's just Xbox is doing it now.
Well, how about when we get to the next generation?
Next.
Yeah, PS5, whatever the hell, Xbox 2, whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to Xbox One?
What do you mean?
Well, to play games, you need to connect once every day, right?
Yeah.
And we know that the original Xbox original, whatever you call it,
yeah,
the servers for that are all closed now. So what's going to happen when Microsoft decides to close Xbox One servers? We're not going to be able to play any games, right? So our future generations can't play this. We can't collect these games because they'll be useless. We can't play them at all.
Okay, but you can't say that necessarily, because look at the Xbox 360. They're releasing a new console, but when they did this with the Xbox 360, when they were releasing it the first time, they closed down the original Xbox, right away, and the servers basically went off.
Yeah, that's gonna happen with the Xbox One, and then we can't play at all.
No, I know. I'm just saying, but you can't say that. You don't know that, because look at the 360. They're releasing the Xbox One, and they still said their 360 is gonna have games for years, and still have support for years.
Okay.
Just not on the level as an Xbox One. So that's what I'm saying. They understand that, and I find that just with time, as the future progresses, they're gonna make it better for everyone. And I don't see those consoles and those games just disappearing in midair, or you know what I mean.
But let's say in 50 years, in 50 years, I can still play my PS2 games.
Yeah, but in 50 years, those games will be irrelevant anyway. No one's gonna care.
No, people still do care. People are still playing games from 1960s, Atari games.
Yeah, but who's playing those?
There are people out there. They review those games, they play it, they have a ton of lives with those.
Yeah, but
games.
how many people? That's what I'm trying to say. The majority of them are not.
Yeah, but collectors.
It's a small community. It's like someone who collects antiques.
Yeah, the collectors.
So what do you mean? The collectors are gonna go away. I'm not gonna go away because they still have all that stuff. It's just not gonna have the big support. It's not like they're supporting the Nintendo fucking 64 right now. You can still play it though.
Yeah, but once the collectors collect all the Xbox One games, they can't play it. They can't go back and play it. They just look at it and they go, oh, "Well, I used to enjoy this game, but now I can't."
And that's just the way it's gonna have to work.
Okay, I don't like that idea, but
it's the future though. And things change in the future, and whether you like it or not, it's gonna happen. And it's not like sometime in the future the PS4 is not gonna go the way of the Xbox. It's just like I said, Microsoft is just doing it now, and they're being bold, and everyone's just hating on them because they're not doing what everyone wants them to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's because we don't, because like it's so far out from what we're
We don't understand it.
yeah, what we have now is just completely, different than what they're trying to do.
But
And
now
we're
it's like open and free. Like you can do whatever the hell you want with your game consoles or systems. If I want to sell it, I'll sell it. If I want to destroy it, I can destroy it. If I want to go
Well, you
online,
can't
I
do
can
that.
go online.
It's with the games, but the games aren't. It's like not even the games, like I said, or it's not the console, like I said.
Developers?
Developers want that.
Well,
Well, it's not all of them, but most of them want, more money. They want more revenue from their games, and they don't want this used game market
that's kind of selfish, don't you think?
It is selfish. You're right. But what are we supposed to do about it? Because eventually it's going to go with the dinosaurs, and all on the used games are going to go away.
Yeah.
So I mean, and besides, like, I don't know if they really, if Microsoft wanted to fix what they're doing, and say, look, we're gonna take away this stuff for now. We'll make it so you can use used games or whatever on our console. You can share all that stuff. They could do that with a simple patch if it really came down to it, and they weren't selling well. Which I see it coming if on release time or before even. PS4 is not working out, or Xbox not working out, and PS4 is just completely shitting on them. They'll do something about it. I know they will, because they're not going to be like, oh, okay, well, let's just get shit on and sit here and lose all our money and blah, blah, blah.
But why would they patch it and why would they make such a big deal right now? Like, say, oh, we have all these features, and then patch to get rid of it. Why would they do that? It doesn't make sense.
Because if everyone's hating on them and no one's going to want to buy their console, why would they just sit there and be like, oh, okay, whatever?
Well, wouldn't they just get rid of those features right now? Like, couldn't they get rid of them right now? Just patch it right now?
They could, but
they don't want to.
It's early on. People are still like getting used to the idea, and they haven't even sold the console yet. Why would you make a decision on something so early?
That's what I'm thinking about PS4. Why would you decide on that? It's not even out yet. Same with Xbox One. It's not even out yet.
There's almost how many months? Like 5 or 6 months.
Yeah,
Wii
U's the only one we know exactly everything about. It's the only one.
But in these 5 to 6 months that the console's gonna come out, things can change. You don't know. New things could be coming out and new innovations, and we don't even know what's gonna happen really.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw this like little thought in. Like PS4, they're being scumbags right now because they know all these former Xbox 360 fans are moving onto their consoles. So now they're making an online system like Xbox did, just to make more money. And yeah, I don't like that. Like they're charging you $50 per month for PlayStation Online.
Same thing as it's live. The same thing.
Yeah, they're copying them. I hate that.
But you need to understand this. Xbox 360 did that. They made you pay for online so you would have a better online experience.
Okay, but what?
Right? Wait. They made you pay for online so you'd have a better online experience.
Yeah.
They didn't give you Blu-ray or whatever like the PS3 had. They didn't give you all these little free features or whatever the PS3 had. But
they gave you online.
Yeah, but it was free on the PS3, but it wasn't as good as the Xbox.
Yeah. Because they couldn't afford it, right?
Well, it's not even that they didn't afford it. They just, they didn't think that it was a good idea because they want more people to go with the PS4, or PS3. That's when they wanted people to be like, oh, it's free for PS3. That caters to little kids. That caters to parents.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. I see what you're saying.
And that they're trying to push that down people's throats. But now that they're going, oh well, we can't really do that anymore because if we do that for too much longer, we won't be able to afford having it like.
Yeah, they can afford it. They're losing money.
Yeah, because they're trying to push out all this good stuff, and they can't just half-ass their online system anymore if they want to be on top,
Yeah.
Plus, Xbox 360 was doing that, right? They were making you pay for online for a better experience.
Yeah.
And so what PS4 is doing now is saying, okay, well now we're gonna do that, and we're gonna basically just say, here's an updated version of our PS3. You need to pay for online. It's gonna be a little better. We're gonna have better games. That's all we got.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not changing anything.